Okay, and we're back. So you had decided to make camp inside the keep, which would give it the appearance of still being occupied. And you have a roof over your heads, and you could remain hidden. You're deep in some bad territory, just crossed the borderland into the cold fells. And oddly, you already know just from Fulva's scouting out that directly below you are trolls and orcs and goblins. How that's going to make you rest in the evening as you sleep, I don't know. That would be a bit of a strange thing to think about, that deep below you is this. But so just prior to we went ahead and spent your fellowship points last time and replenished, your hope as we did. So, but just prior to actually going to sleep, I've put you all in the main area there around the campfire or around the table. Hogar is looking after your prisoner and tending to the horses, which are on either side of the... Well, it's what the bandits were using for a kitchen anyway. And you had two big pieces of venison, so you ate very well this evening. Along your journey, you hadn't had a whole lot of luck with your hunting, so you'd only had some small game, which was still filling, but having some venison, I'm sure, has sat well with you, despite what you're sitting on top of, or what's below you, I mean. So I wanted to start here just before you went to sleep to see if there was anything that you wanted to discuss and what arrangements, because you kind of made a few arrangements as far as keeping guard. Ella Ray had volunteered to keep guard for a while, one of the shifts. I don't recall if it was the first shift or not, but I'll let you guys decide that now as to what's going on.
Well, yeah, we
Yeah.
should definitely split the shifts so we have somebody awake at all times. Um,
Yeah, she was. I think she was planning on taking the first shift. But in terms of what our plan will be,
after we
um,
wake.
well, it's
Yeah.
the question is, are we
Or
going to sleep until near dawn to try and trick them or not? So there's Bane will put forth a couple of ideas. So similar to the first idea, except
speak your mind, my stout-hearted friend.
yes. So you look like one of them, more or less. I mean, humans, men kind of look similar. Dirty yourself up. And I could get given to the dwarves to perhaps rally them and fight them from both sides. Although that is also a risky proposition on numerous fronts. Um, we could hope to kill the sleeping troll quickly and lead the others out into sunlight. That's another idea. But we'd have to time it correctly. I need a team of dwarves, but if someone's got some elven magic or something to direct the water into the mines, that might benefit. I know they do not like water, the trolls and the orcs and the goblins. We could also just try to sneak down to the dwarves, although that might take some more interesting maneuvers.
For that, I think we need an army of halflings.
Perhaps, although we could try to utilize. You said there were minecarts, my small friend.
Yes, there was one minecart right at the entrance.
So if we could disguise ourselves with rocks, or just hope to get ferried down there, perhaps we could take out the weaker goblins and hide ourselves in the rocks, and just get carried out like rubble. Or if one of our more herbal friends could find some, it would have to be a fairly potent poison, I would imagine, because they're trolls. However, if we could poison food and leave it out for them, all the better. I do not know what poisons affect trolls the most. That would be someone else's expertise, but
Wanderer pipes up. Trolls are fond of drink, and there are many barrels of it upstairs, as I understand.
indeed. And if we could find a potent herb that even a troll's constitution shies away from, that'd be a great boon.
Or perhaps just getting them very, very drunk.
Drunk, yes.
That too.
Drinking contest.
Well, I would not propose that to them, but I'm sure if you leave it, they'll work it out themselves.
Why not? But perhaps we could propose it.
Mm.
As now, you perhaps could not. But like you said, the if we present ourselves as the guards from upstairs and challenge the guards from downstairs to a drinking contest.
Perhaps, though probably only you and Wanderer could get away with the guise of the guards.
Sure. Perhaps.
But it would not do well for us to be drunk.
No,
We wouldn't be able to fake it.
What's the word I want to use? Cheat.
They may notice. But we could, as guards, present it to them. Here's a new supply that was just stolen off of some merchants down south.
We could, or yes, here's a new supply here's a reward for a job well done.
Yes. Trolls are not bright. They might easily believe that.
Indeed. And then, however, the next step.
Drink, my friends. We'll watch the prisoners for you.
Indeed, that could be an idea. The question is, are we merely going to try and get them drunk and hope for the best, or are we trying to enact two plans at once?
Well, we could get them drunk, hope for the best, and see where it goes from there.
Unfortunately, I'm thankful for our Master Fulv's safety here, but we still don't know exactly where the dwarves are.
But if we eliminate the trolls, that goes a long way.
It does. However, again, even though it comes with its own set of challenges, I could be one of these caravan guards taken, convince them more on the ploy.
Here's an idea. See what you think. We go down, bring the casks of ale, if we can find something stronger, even better, and we bring you along as, look what we found, and he was transporting this ale, and we talk to them and say it's time for us to have a good time for working hard, and get them drinking, and we say we'll guard their prisoners for them, since we have you as a prisoner. We're taking you into the mines or something, but you trolls should drink, and don't worry, we're here to guard the prisoners. Don't worry, drink up. I don't know, see what happens. And if it doesn't work, I guess run.
It seems like a plan, although if I'm to seem a prisoner, I should probably,
Well, yes, we'll have to strip you down a bit.
Well, I might be able to get away with the armor. The captured as is.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
However, my axe might give me away. So,
I might have to hold on to it or something, and then, conveniently drop it at some point.
Yes. So, I mean, if you put them in the mine cart also, and they decide no, you at least it will be in the mine cart. hopefully make its way down to me. So just a note on that.
We may have to make it look good, though. I may have to punch you a few times, bruise you up a bit.
You'll probably have to punch me harder than a few times to bruise me, but that is fine.
Ellery smirks at that thought. Belganor turns to you. He's been watching outside. And he says, that plan is a sound idea to me. If an additional plan involves sneaking in, I have been known to move very quietly and unobserved.
It wouldn't hurt to get us all in there, for sure. Perhaps we start them drinking, and then, once they're drunk, they'll be less likely to notice anything anyway.
Perhaps I could carry the axe if I am sneaking in.
Sure.
I mean, if they're distracted, it will require a good distraction, but I have been very successful with things of that nature in the past.
That would be good. That will work. Master Fulvis, let's check the various casks of drink. Is there anything particularly strong, or is it all ale and beer? Do you know? Can we find that?
You were the one who's looked through it in the first place, isn't that right?
Probably.
When you were upstairs, you were looking through all that stuff. It is on the next level up, or 2 levels up actually, and yeah, you had found you guys had brought down a keg of ale for yourselves, but there was more up there of that, plus there was some brandy as well.
Oh, the brandy might do it.
Mm-hmm. Are there? Yeah, there has to be a lot of weapons around here because the humans had weapons.
Yes, they did.
Well, maybe Belaganor and we could sneak some of these weapons into the minecart, so that way the dwarves that still have strength to fight could fight their way out.
That is a great idea.
That works.
That's Zelleray saying that.
Mhm.
They have swords and bows is what they had, and there were a total of 6 of them.
6
swords, 6 bows.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would definitely.
Yes. We shall teach them to fear dwarves in the mines. Anyway.
So, our plan then is to have the 2 stealthy ones sneak these weapons into the minecart, while the ranger and I pose as guards from upstairs and say we've captured this dwarf here, and along with him all this liquor, and it's time to drink. Do a job well done, and get the trolls drunk, and then go from there. That's sort of the plan that we all agree on.
It does seem to be the plan. Do you just want to try to get them drunk, or does our elven lady know some herbs that could turn their stomachs even further than that?
I'm just checking their skill set. What possibility exists, although how quickly it would take effect is questionable. And could we find the herbs? The land area that we're in at the moment is a little bit barren. It is a concern of mine.
Are there? Are there? Did we see anywhere that fetters or chains?
Oh, here in the keep?
Yeah, in the keep.
No.
Because another thought would be to test their strength. I bet you couldn't break out of this.
In terms of the, well, what? Despite its dour look, would that horrible-looking plant in the mosaic perhaps affect them?
It is not a plant that's known to produce such. And if it was a dour sort of plant, would that have any effect on an enemy so vile as this?
True, perhaps they just need your spices, folks. Maybe that will turn their stomach. It's good for us, but maybe bad for them.
Yes.
Sorry. Go ahead.
This is Ellery again. As far as sneaking, being quiet, it is not the most difficult thing for me to do.
All right.
Perhaps my skills as a healer would be of more benefit inside.
Well, I suppose
You could heal the dwarves down there, maybe. Give them some concoction that would boost their spirits.
true. The question, however, is if she can sneak in, or if she's coming in my method.
Fulvis, did you get an idea of how many goblins we're talking about?
You only saw about 4 or 5, but you heard lots of sounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and the goblins I did see, they weren't equipped for combat. I don't think they would pose any threat.
Okay. Do the enemies that we've slain, is their garb distinctive at all? Do they have any?
They're wearing leather shirts, and they do have cloaks about them, sort of brown in color.
That all look similar?
Yeah, very similar. And
okay. Well, I guess I could forgo my cloak for one of their filthy cloaks. And perhaps Wanderer could as well, and to pose as upstairs guards, enough to fool the trolls, perhaps.
yes, I would. This plan is so crazy, but it just might actually work.
I could stay at the front of the cave. Even though the trolls are drunk, I wouldn't expect they would just let all the dwarves walk out.
Mm-hmm.
True, we haven't thought about that part of the plan. We've thought about getting in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we can keep about our combat quick, again, we might be able to sneak out the way some of our weapons snuck in terms of the minecart.
A dozen dwarves in a minecart, that seems a little far-fetched.
Maybe 2 minecarts.
My stout-hearted friend, what do you know about trolls? About the various trolls? Do they all turn to stone?
They all should, or at least are weakened by it.
Yes, in sunlight they would.
The hill troll as well as these stone trolls?
Yes, though he is more hardy.
I'm pretty sure. I cannot remember which one of you it was, but one of you did a lore roll in the last session.
I think it was me.
And they aren't affected in the same way.
Oh,
They
okay.
are not.
They are not.
Okay. So the stone trolls turn to stone in the sunlight, and the hill troll, maybe not.
Which
Maybe
means if we made a run for it,
Mm-hmm.
only one
Yes.
could follow us out.
Right. Right.
That evens the odds quite a bit.
Yes.
Although it is a big giant troll.
Yes, but and he may be hindered somewhat in the sunlight too. Even if he's not turned to stone, he may not like it. And if he's drunk to boot. Oh well. Sounds like a plan. Do we wait for first sunlight and
Well, if it's going to be our retreat, then that seems like a good plan as any. It's first light.
Then we are
Yeah.
agreed. Elleray says, I will take first watch.
very well.
I guess someone will watch the prisoner while Hogar gets filled in on the part of the plan away from him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he thinks this is a wonderful plan.
Yeah.
Not crazy at all.
So,
Yeah.
So he's calling there, and you guys tell him the plan. And he's just as you're explaining the plan, there's a number of sort of sounds and
Yeah.
huh? And he's just shaking his head. You guys are so crazy.
Yeah.
But so crazy it might work, friend.
I'm a
And
party
remember,
Yeah.
you must remember, they must never mess with dwarves in a mine.
And if it doesn't work, tell our families we love them.
If I hear your horn, Master Harobrand, I will come running in. I will wait nearby.
Thank you, my friend.
I will secure the bandit.
Mm-hmm.
He will not get out of my knots.
All right, so we'll get the cask or two of brandy and bring that down, maybe with a cask of ale, and go from there, and then split the night up in shifts. I guess I could take second shift.
Wanderer, I will take the third. Who will follow? Hogar will.
If we do 4 2-hour shifts, that should be enough.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll save my strength to look beaten up.
All right. Keeping watch. Probably best to do it from the top.
Mm-hmm.
Elleray says, as we approached, we couldn't see the details of who was in. We could only tell that it was occupied, so I will don one of their filthy cloaks, just in case. And we'll leave it up there. That'll be the
Sure.
Watcher's cloak. All right. We are agreed then.
Sounds good.
And off she goes.
Probably
Uh,
more useful up there with a bow anyway, in case something comes.
Yeah, definitely. And the bandits, as well, Fulvus will know, on the next floor up, they had a number of bedrolls. Although it's their stinky bedrolls, you've got your own.
I suppose that's good. That's where we could have put their bodies.
Yeah,
Keep it contained.
in their bedrolls.
Yeah.
They died in
They're
their
just
sleep.
sleeping.
Yeah, they're just sleeping. So, all right. So, the night goes uneventful, which you kind of expected it would do. The bandits, sorry, as if you recall, as you snuck up, they looked rather bored, like they are been put up here and used to several nights of not really anything happening so exciting. So that continued on for yourselves. The early morning hours comes, and Hogar, who had the last shift, awakens all of you.
All right.
And said, I've roasted up some more veal for your breakfast.
All right.
Dan takes a mighty chomp.
Thank you, sir.
Probably remembers a song that the Hobbit was singing last night about a stone troll gnawing on bones.
All right. So I'm going to open up this other map.
Underground.
And then I need to drag some tokens out to it.
I think we're already here.
Ah,
Because of
yes.
the previous.
Oh, yes, of
expedition.
course. I will drag Hogar out there.
Yeah, I'm sure he tied our prisoner up real well somewhere.
Yeah, we left him in the keep, and so we just hope that no one else comes. Is that everyone? Yes, it
See,
is.
at this point, I wouldn't be adverse to hanging him in the well, but just for this
Right.
short time. But did we miss anyone? So we got Hogan.
No, that's everyone is there now.
Alright.
Just changing things. Okay.
Brandon wandered, grabbed some dirt.
So you guys have the two humans have bandit cloaks on. Your dwarf, you had removed the armor. No, removed the weapons. Have you left the armor or removed the helmet at least, or?
Yeah, I removed the helmet. I'm assuming they just they just captured me, so probably didn't strip me. Plus, it's the whole function.
Taking you down for processing.
Yeah.
Right. So
just put my helmet where my axes are.
Yes. Belaganor is wrapped up 6 swords
I
along with
wonder-
an axe into one of the
Before
extra
we
cloaks.
Before we go, I wonder if I should just carry your axe. Like, oh, I kind of like this as a weapon, and just have it in hand to throw to you.
Well, it's a
If
matter
there's-
if they're going to separate us immediately, because you may be drawn into a drinking contest that you cannot separate yourself from immediately.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Belaganor I would say Belaganor and our other sneaking Master Fulvis can carry between the two of them for.
Oh,
They can
I
also
know.
just drop it.
I'm just wondering if we just challenge them to the drinking contest before we process you.
Oh, well, okay.
You know, say, look what we got. Sit down, dwarf. You know, and then challenge them to, or say it's time to have a drink for. Look, we got another dwarf lordling here, and I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it depends a little on them, but I mean, it might benefit us to, for a short time, separate because it will take time to rally the dwarves, of no doubt.
All right, whatever you want. It's your dwarf. It's your axe.
So,
Okay.
the elves will carry the axe.
Yeah, I'll give them my two. Well, I mainly hold the axe, so I hand the axe to one of them, and I unholster my throwing axe from its little strap. Take off my helmet.
We'll hold the throwing axe.
Feel safer with it. It's like a full blown axe to you.
Yeah.
Yes, let's see.
I like to imagine it's like when you enter a old timey bar or whatever,
Well,
and just removing 7 weapons.
I might as well try and do this before we go in. Maybe I'll try to summon a bird. And
You
see
think it
if
will
they
go
can
into the
help me.
mine?
Yeah, see if if a little finch will fly into the mine for me. And
Having lived in underground, I can tell you many birds do not like not like under the mountains.
well, they can refuse, but it doesn't hurt to ask.
Well,
Can
you are the
I,
expert on birds.
On our walk down there, can I whistle for a little bird?
Walk down. Do you mean walk down from the top, or?
Yeah, walk down from the top.
So that's before you get into where you're at now. Okay, then.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Let me see if one responds. It does take a little while. You do have a bit of a distance to walk down. I mean, you're at the top of a hill, and you got to walk down a winding sort of pathway, then all the way around it. And at first, you did not get any sort of response, but once you get down to the base of the hill, a little bird comes down and lands on a rocky outcropping near you.
My friend, would you be so kind as to, if you can find it in your heart to do it, fly into the cave there, stay above and be safe, but can you get in and tell me, and come back and tell me how many? Well, tell me how many enemies are in there. If it's much more than us, or and if they seem to have many weapons.
You need to make a persuade roll.
Mm-hmm. Roll.
You got a Gandalf. And it replies to you. It's I will go in some ways. It is a bit dangerous.
Well, stay safe. I don't want you to get hurt.
And it flies
But you are
off.
little. You are little, and trolls probably don't notice you.
That is very true. But there's more than trolls, perhaps, down there.
That would be good to know, too.
So it flies away as you guys are making your walk around the base of this hill. You walk around, so you come down at the hill at the south, so you've got to work your way around to the west, almost northwest part of the hill, to get to this large cave. It does take a little bit of time, but the bird can fly obviously quicker there because it can go straight across, obviously. And by the time that you get around to the base where your tokens are at now, it still hasn't quite returned yet.
Maybe wait for a couple minutes.
Belliganner says, I hope your bird is not met with an untimely demise.
I hope so, too. I didn't want to send it in a
Perhaps they will think it's a bat.
death mission. We'll wait a few minutes, see if it comes back.
Well, the good news is it should be able to keep out of the grass with some hungry goblins.
I guess, yeah, they're small. It's small, you know. If it stays in the shadows, as long as there's not some horrible thing in the shadows.
And just as you're about to give up hope that perhaps something bad happened to the bird, coming flying out is a bird with great haste and sees you there and quickly slows down its flight and lands upon your shoulder.
Oh, my friend, what did you see? You were so brave.
I'm afraid I wasn't able to get to every area of the mine. There are many twists and turns, there are many rooms, and the goblins looked rather hungry. But there are 3 trolls near the entrance. And
go ahead.
Further down, there were filthy orcs. We spied 4, although I believe there are probably a few more than that. The goblins do not seem to be much of a threat, at least to people such as yourselves, to a little bird such as me. Yes, indeed. But it was not safe for me to go any further.
Did you see any dwarves?
Yes, I saw 2. Or at least from where my vantage point was, I could only see 2.
Okay.
They were locked in a behind an iron wall made of iron bars. That would be your first journey is going to be a spiral passageway down, and at the base of that, before it goes any further in, they were off that way, and it was at that point that I was spied, and I left.
You did well, my friend. Here, have some cake. Give them some seed cake.
And it nibbles off.
Take a big chunk. So after my whistle and my little whistling back and forth with the bird, I tell everyone what the bird said.
The bird flies off. It says, "Fare thee well."
And you too. Be safe, my friend.
And it made the distinction between orc and goblin.
Yes.
The words that it used to you is big orc,
Yeah.
small orc.
Yeah. Yeah, like fighting orc and yeah. Like you said, okay, big and little. Okay. And then they did notice a couple dwarves, and they were in a cage or in a jail cell or something to that effect. And there's a
That's easy
spiral
to
down
say.
to get to it, apparently. Okay. All right. So now we sort of know a little bit of the layout. Are we ready to go in and try this
Yes.
originally conceived
I-
plan?
For whoever is in the stealth group, if I am locked in a cage, it is either going to be barred or key. So if it's key, you'll need to find a key. Probably on Nork.
Well, we'll figure out a way.
Yep.
Belaganor
Yeah,
says, "We will let you go first,
Mm.
obviously, and if you could draw the trolls off to a side passage or an area, it might make it easier for us. Otherwise,
Very
we
well.
will have to wait until they are good and drunk."
Yeah, very well. We'll do our best. So is it one? How many brandy casks were there? Did we have?
There were
More than
two.
one?
There were two,
Right,
and then
well-
there was a large cask of ale.
Okay, so I'll carry the 2 brandy casks on my shoulders. Okay.
I mean, I can
Wanderer
roll
can
the.
kind of
I can
keep an
roll
eye-
the ale if
Yeah.
if you're ordering
yeah,
me
you can
about.
Force the dwarf to do some work, and Wanderer can kind of have perhaps her sword out to guard that filthy dwarf.
She smiles and looks
As
to
we walk-
looks to
as we walk-
Bane. "I'm so sorry about this."
And I start whistling. Are we ready?
Ready
Yep.
as we can.
All right. I'm gonna start whistling. Make as much noise as possible as we start
Rolling.
walking in.
All
Cask
right.
of ale.
Do-do-do-do-do. Whistle while you work.
Rolling cask of ale.
Boy, what are you doing there?
Oh, it's the downstairs guards.
What?
We're the upstairs guards. Look what we found. This filthy dwarf. He's a lordling, and he had something special for us.
Whoa.
Maybe you'd like some. I don't know if you deserve it. Have you been good, my friends?
Definitely need a drink. Braun, look at this. And you hear the thundering footsteps. Another troll peeks around the corner here. Kind of hard to put them both in the passageway. They could never both get out at the same time like that. And these two trolls, they stand some 10 feet plus over you. Well, around 10 feet.
I don't suppose you gents are thirsty, are you?
Well, of course.
Well, you've been working awfully hard. I know, we have too. Do you have a place where we can sit down and drink together?
What, with those 3 casks? That's only enough for us. Gorza.
I don't know. We'll see.
And
These are mighty fine. I tap the ones on my shoulder. You probably haven't had as good as this.
You hear some further down. You see a little bit smaller troll. It must be the hill troll comes up. Your old Gorzim is gonna want some too.
Well, I think there's enough for everyone. At least a few drinks. No need to be greedy.
How about this? You leave us the kegs of ale, and you take your prisoner down, and then if there's anything left when you come back, then we'll share some.
Well, that doesn't sound altogether fair. We found it first. Well, where would you want to drink?
Well, we
Yeah, what shall
drink.
we find
This
here?
is where we stay, so we will drink in this area.
Is he pointing any particular area, like the side or the...
He points over his shoulder over this direction. I don't know if you can see.
My friends.
Oh, like
Yeah,
oh,
but
like where these other casks are.
yeah. And there's a fire over there.
Where are my big friends? Can't we share at least one or two drinks together before we bring this filthy dwarf? Dragging dwarves around is filthy work and heavy work. I have a thirst. Can't we drink at least a couple drinks together?
And I'll have you make a persuade roll,
Okay.
and which you are skilled in. Are you going to spend any hope?
Yeah, let's spend the hope. So I get a bonus die for that.
Yeah, it's on the. When you click to roll it, there's a thing to check that. So
Just hope bonus die.
that's it.
And let's see. Am I inspired or anything? Let's see.
I don't know if you have anything.
Favored. So
It is favored, which is good for. I don't know if you have any.
any
Doesn't seem to
support
be.
from a companion?
Yeah, there's
Can you-
nothing.
Okay.
Wanderer will contribute a hope point to help you, and
Okay.
she'll do so. Hold on, let me subtract the point here first. Where is? I see what you mean. It's not. Oh, here it is. It's near the top.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too hard to find. Whoops. Just typed that she had 109 hope points instead of just 9. And she says, as to help, this is such fine ale. I'm sure it'll go down very well. So go ahead and make your roll. So you're gonna have.
Do I get a hope bonus die and another bonus die from her? Is that how that
Yep.
works? Or...
Yeah, there's a box to tick for that. For a
Oh,
help.
from... Got it.
Yeah, there you go. Once you get used to that screen, it's a little bit easier to navigate. At first, it kind of threw me.
Penalty or bonus die. I just hit those two. Okay. Got
Yeah, and it
And
does
then,
it for you automatically.
it. Roll it. Okay, here we go. Good. Let's hope for some good rolls.
Extraordinary success! Oh my god!
Plan is going perfectly.
Move this way in here. Let's drink. Let's drink. Got me a filthy dwarf.
Nay, we come over here.
Oh, where we go? Where we go?
There's more room.
Alright.
We're not all gonna fit in there.
Okay. all
This
right.
is Pell, the one who's right in front of you. That one. Braun's too big to fit in here. Hey,
Oh.
who are you calling fat?
Oh, let's just drink.
And Wanderer follows by. Whoops, wrong way. And she turns to Bane. Sit there, you filthy dwarf. And winks at you. Her back is to them.
She telling me to sit next to the mine carts or somewhere else?
Right there by the mine carts.
All right.
And she's just keeping on. I'll watch this one.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
And she positions herself there to help obscure a bit, perhaps.
All right, gents. Let's see. I take first. I roll the keg over, the big ale keg over by the fire here, I guess, or even past it. I'm like, let's start with the little ones first. Here, let me move this big one into your near over here by your other keg or whatever here. All right? Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna last long enough.
Well, let's try the good stuff first, while we can still taste it, eh? So I move I tell him to move the keg, to have one of the trolls move the keg over this way, over toward his, past the fire. So they'll have to, look at it to get it.
Okay, well, with an extraordinary success, I'm going to allow you to be a little bit successful with those things.
And then I
Go ahead.
take down the two little ones, and I take out a stopper, and do they have any got a cup around?
Not for one of your size.
You've never seen me drink, my friend.
And they both have brought these sort of mugs that's kind of like, to your size, it's kind of like a small barrel that they have knocked the top off and have attached like a curve of an iron band to act as like a handle of sorts.
Okay.
But it's quite large for you. But
All right.
But
All right. That's okay. So I'm going to take a swig of the just after from the stopper. Just a little mouthful.
and they pour it round.
And then I start pouring around for him. Here, bring your cups over. And again, I position myself, same thing, sort of. Oh, I want them in front of me. I gotta pour for you guys. Get in front of me.
Right, here you go. Fill my cup.
Okay, I start filling his cup, and I'll fill the next one. And then when I filled all three, I'm like, all right, a toast.
What are we toasting to?
Finding more of this.
And they bottoms up. Was that ale or brandy you gave them?
The brandy.
Ah, smart. Well,
Bet you haven't had this good stuff for a while.
no, we don't. And it's good we have it now,
I know.
before the captain's away.
Sometimes us upstairs people get this stuff.
What? Well, that's favoritism.
I know it ain't fair, is it? But sometimes they do favor the people versus you trolls. I gotta say, they kind of put upon you. But anyway, we got some here now.
Things will change here. Captain's got big plans for Ariador.
And that's the truth, ain't it?
Yes. We'll have some healthy sport soon. And plenty of ale, eh, Gorzim? That's the hill troll. And hill troll's a little bit more feral. But if dumber is possible in a troll. But And basically, he's just a laugh as he slugs another swig of brandy down.
Okay. Boys.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't understand you.
Sorry. Another round, boys.
Ah, yes,
All right.
yes, indeed. Just fill the mug.
Okay, fill some more. I don't know how many I can fill out of this one. If a couple rounds get out of the cask, perhaps.
Yeah, that's about all you're going to get because of their barrels. So you have to get the other one open soon.
Yep. All right. Yep. Drink up. There's still more to come.
Fulvus, you get. Can you see Wanderer from your view?
Yeah.
All right. So she's quite clever. She's disguising, looking around and looking at this filthy dwarf, but making eye contact with you, and ever so slight nod to her head, kind of nod up. Kind of, I mean, if we were face to face, I would demonstrate it to you, but it kind of gives you the impression of like, make your move. Kind of giving you the sign that the trolls are distracted.
Okay. I will lead the two elves here to the mine carts and try to get all of us in there.
Okay, so how are you going? Are you with your ring or without it?
I think for now I'm still not going to put on the ring.
Okay. Elleray, you see that I didn't realize that she had this, but she has an elven cloak from Lorien. And wraps this grayish sort of cloak around herself, pulls it up in front of her, pulls the hood up, and kind of hunches down. Beliganor does not have such a hood, and he's also carrying a bunch of swords. However, he's kind of bundling those under in his cloak, and also gets low to the ground. So, I will give all three of you, well, I'm running two of them, but all three a bonus of 1 die on your sneak roll. And actually, where are you planning to come along? Was the plan to get into the mine carts?
Yeah, but I see that there's 4, so actually I think all of us can take a minecart.
Easily, yeah. Well, I mean, you and a dwarf could fit in one if you needed to, but there's enough for all of you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and roll let me make this public rolls. Roll for Elleray and
Can I give a hope to Beliganor?
Yeah, you can. Basically, you're perhaps indicating, because you've been down here before, where to step, how the curve of the cave or whatever, that would be perhaps the way to do it. And
yeah.
All right. And success for you.
Nice.
And let's see about Elleray.
Can I try and further distract the trolls by kind of like just engaging them in conversation? Like, show me your what you got for your rooms here. Is it better than what we got upstairs? What do you got here?
Well, it's just a troll hole, but it's mine.
Well,
I don't
you got
share
here-
it.
No, well, you don't need to share. I'm just wondering if they got it better than we got upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even with an elven cloak. Let me
Can
roll.
Can I try to help?
Um,
Like, Bella Ganner might get a great success, which would nullify that. If
yeah, hold on. Let's give him. I was
See
getting
what
ready to roll for him as well. He has that skill favored, and he's got 3 points in it.
Let's see
So-
what
Plus
he
my
gets.
hope.
Plus your
Worst
hopes.
comes to worst, I can always try to quote unquote make a run for it down that way.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to give. Ella Ray a bonus die because I gave you all +1. Whoops. I will roll a separate die, but let me roll for Bella Ganor first. Oh my God! What is going on? Oh, he got a great
Oh.
success because he
This
rolled
one
a,
picks the
he rolled an eye
highest.
of he rolled an eye of Sauron. Although he gets favored, so he only had the 6, so he gets discounted. So
Whew.
his I just want to roll it anyway, just for the what dice. So ignore the feat die roll. This is for Ella Ray because she would have gotten a bonus. 3 points. What was her total? 6. Still would not have passed. It's worth a try though. So Bella Ganner will share one of his successes to. Let me see how the wording goes on this. There we go.
I don't know if it shares a success or it gives her an additional dice on top of her additional dice, but one of the two.
Oh
Does
yes,
it
cancel
cancel-
a failure. Cancel a
Yeah.
failure. There it is.
Cool.
So, Ella Ray was about to step on and stumble over a stone, and Bella Ganner pointed it out. So you guys have successfully gotten behind the mine carts, or in them. And this is straight out of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Is this like a minecart that goes automatically, or does someone need to push it?
Someone needs to push it, but or it's
Yeah, you're
got
slave for it here.
it's on an incline and there's a brake. So if you were to let go of the brake, it would be a Scooby-Doo episode or
Well,
Raiders of the
gents-
Lost Ark. But
Well, gents, I'm gonna put this other cask of the fine stuff right over here for you guys to share, and we're gonna process this. We're gonna take this dwarf down to processing. All right? You
well,
have a good day.
that sounds very fine to us.
Yeah, you guys share it. Don't fight now.
Well, we can't promise that, can we, boys? Can we?
Good drinking, and if I find some more, we'll do it again sometime. All right?
Yeah, bring
You're
all
not
the.
so bad after all.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right, there you go. I'm going down to the mine.
Are you taking
Get
the? Are you taking the mine cart?
Yeah, can we? We'll take the
I-
take the easy road.
Doesn't bother us. And Wanderer, clearly loving this role. Get in that minecart, you filthy dwarf. It's
Get
the-
in.
It's the chain gang for you.
And I guess we slowly descend in our minecart.
Yes. So the minecart is part of the map, so I can't actually move it, but
Yeah.
I will.
Are
Let's
you
see.
moving us?
If I
Alright.
put Wanderer, these 3 in a row. Oops. Can you,
Sorry, just trying
Bane?
to
Can you
move
move?
myself.
There you go. So I can select their 3 tokens and move them together. I move them. Move. Why are you not moving? Oh,
Oh, there we go. All right.
they're slow.
We all the way
Oh.
down the mountain.
There we go. Now, when you get this far, you can see off to your right. There's some torchlight. This is where the hill troll was, but you see the torchlight glinting off of shiny things.
Ooh.
What does that do to the dwarf?
Well, I do see treasure over there, but I mean, I'm not greedy. It's not my mine is curse of vengeance, not curse of gold. But but I but I but I do see it, and I'm like, no doubt taken from dwarves. Perhaps we can lighten their load later.
Yes, wanderers. Maybe our maybe the trolls will pass out from their drink. You know, just occurred to me, if the trolls not so keen on the daylight, this could be their bedtime.
It could be.
And the ale and the brandy will aid that.
A nice deep sleep.
The hill troll, on the other hand, we may have him to deal with. But that is a road we will cross when we come back.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps he sleeps. He does have to sleep sometime.
Although they're not in a spiral right now, but or they're not in line, the tokens, but carrying on, riding down. Although I've got the camera attached to it, so recording can see it. Now this is a spot, the way I've done the map, I can't really, I'll have to pass you guys through. And not quite so far. I'll have to take your tokens for you.
Ah.
See the walls.
Oh, there are some more.
Now,
Yeah.
Fireworks.
So
if the elves stay hidden in the mining cart, if we come up to any orcs, we still could pose as guards from upstairs, the two humans.
yes, so
I mean,
let me describe what you're seeing. Sorry, I cut you off, Jacob.
no. I was just gonna. Yeah, it's. I mean, you guys could still easily pass as them bringing me down. So.
Right. As long as the elves sort of and the halflings sort of stay, covered up.
And you see, so to describe it, so you can make a decision here. You see a couple of orcs moving about, just down at the junction there of where the mining cart goes. It splits. And you see them, they have whips and they're cracking them. They do have scimitars that there are orcish scimitars. And but they're using a whipping on these goblins, moving them about. Now, just further down, straight ahead, down in this direction, you can see a pile of. It's like a recessed little pit, but at the very top of it is looks like bones. And beyond it, very faintly in the background, some of you should be able to see from your vantage point,
There's the door.
an iron sort of gate, like a almost like a jail. Strewn about in this cave just preceding that, the one that has the pile of bones, you see some workbenches and looks like boxes or stuff. Maybe have some supplies and maybe some tools. You can't quite tell. And further down this way, you can see more goblins moving about, and you can hear some other orcs. You can't quite make out what they're saying, and the crack of a whip further down that way. The whole area slopes down, so what you're on just keeps sloping. All down this way is a slope as you go further down. Here, when it goes off this way, it seems to be more of a leveling. It slopes down to this point,
Right.
but it levels off there, and then it continues to slope down. And these goblins down here, you should be able to see them. They're actually walking down the slope.
Okay.
And that's about all you can make out right now. But it seems to be, unless there are further orcs in this way, and your bird friend didn't seem to indicate that. She said that it was, could tell that there were more further down, is the words that she had indicated to you. So you suspect you may only have the 2 orcs up here to contend with, and a handful of goblins, although from Fulvus and the bird, you know that they do not, the little orcs, as the bird put it, do not seem to be combative.
All right. Well, perhaps we should stop here and deliver or talk to these orcs and say we have to deliver this dwarf as a new prisoner and see what they say.
All right.
They'll either say, "Oh yeah, we got to put him in the cage," or see what they say. We can go from there. Does the rest of the party agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like we're gonna go to this chunk then.
Yeah. So Fulvus, are you coming down with them? Or are you?
I'm not sure where is the minecart still going? I'm just in the minecart.
Are you taking? Sorry, what are you doing with the minecart? Are you taking the dwarf out of the minecart? Sorry,
We're gonna slow up, and I'm gonna hop out of the cart and start talking to these orcs. I guess.
Basically taking me with you.
All right.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna fetch you out of the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanderer helps that as well. Come on, get out.
Hey, boys.
Oh, good. There's even more minecarts.
Oh, what do we have here?
This one's a dwarven lordling. He thinks he is.
Well, we'll put him to work down here.
Just give him a curse in Dwarvish.
Shut up, you. I cuff you in the head. I haven't been down here much. Which way?
Well, we need to process him first.
So which way?
Bring him in
Over
here.
here?
Bring him in here, and
Okay.
he heads this way.
Okay. Let's not walk. Let's not walking you.
Quite a few more orcs down that way that I can see.
Yeah, as you walk by, you can see what does your vantage point show to you? Let's see.
I see all the way down that way.
You see.
I can see all the way up to this guy.
Yeah, so
Well,
you see 3 orcs, a number of goblins moving about.
Still no dwarves though.
Still no
dwarves. Unless I see them behind the cage. I don't know what that door looks like.
Yeah.
It's like bars.
So you see only 3 more orcs down, but in the area that you're at, so you only see these 2 orcs. There's some other goblins further off to the west of you, moving various bits, getting a tool or putting a tool away or carrying some sort of box. You're not sure what they're doing, but they do seem to be a bit beaten down. And if you can tell that, knowing from past dealings with goblins, any sort of violence breaks out, these lot will scatter. Aren't probably much of a concern for you.
Okay. I say to the guy. I'm gonna say to the orc. What's over at the iron door? Is that where we're going?
Yes, it is, and that's where we put his kind until they're ready to go down.
All right. Let's go. Let's head our way. And I give like a high kind of a head tilt to Wander. Like, you cover the other orc, and when I give the signal.
Yeah, she stands right there, and
it's slaughter time. Yeah.
This orc has got his back to the minecart, So Wanderer sneaks a look back to you three. And kind of, how to describe this, kind of nods up.
Like, get out?
Slightly, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Bring it to here. Yeah,
and
real close.
and she turns back around, and you could see you guys back on the cart. The presence of like her elbow moving underneath her cloak. You can tell she is going to the hilt of her sword.
I want to make sure they have the key
as
to
my
open
hand
this.
is. And I asked as we're walking down there, I asked the orc, "You haven't lost the keys now, have you?"
Who do you think I am? Of course I've got the keys. And this
Does he
is the
show
one
me
in
them?
front of you. All right,
Does he
move
show-
on, you. Sorry.
Does he show them?
You see them hanging on his belt.
Okay. All right. Let's move along. We'll move along, and I'm gonna, just as we get to the door, he's gonna get a surprise.
Oh, I was confused. I keep hitting the door and I hear noises.
As I see that they're going to the door, can I release the brake on the minecart?
Yeah.
Slowly descend.
Yeah.
And this orc has gone in a little bit. He's cracking the whip at a goblin off to the west there. Oops, I didn't mean to press that. And
I say, Wanderer, it's about time we finish our job, I think. And I'm gonna smack this. I'm gonna kill this orc in front of me.
Oh, you don't want him to open the door?
No,
Alright.
I'm gonna just kill him.
So Bane, you can't see through that door, can you?
I hit it and it makes noises, but no, I cannot open it.
I should have. Let me see if I can. I don't. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on.
I think it may be locked.
There.
I can see now.
You should be able to see through it,
Oh, I do.
but
I
it's
see
not acting
one,
as a
two.
door, is it anymore?
Okay. I see 2 doors currently.
You should only see one.
Oh, I see this. I see Gellar. and
Oh,
whoever
I
this
thought
guy
you
is.
said 2 doors. I'm like.
No, dwarves. Dwarves and doors. I know.
Yes. And they both look up at you. And that's about all the time you get. And then
Can I start to sing a song?
yeah, you could do that. So I'm gonna be throwing some of you into the combat. Well, actually, all of you into the combat tracker.
Kind of give them a heads up and light their spirits of the dwarves. The song.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a song roll.
You know, I want these doors to be useful to us, so I am gonna spend a hope.
Okay. Do you have anything at all that would give you an inspiration?
I had no. I mean, I'm gonna use the. So, how do I? Where's my magic? Hope. Yeah, hope bonus dice. And then I don't know. They're dwarves, so it's gonna be a dwarven song if that helps.
Okay. Yeah. Well. You've got where's it at?
I mean, my TN's pretty low for it because it's under strength, thankfully. But
So we start singing, hi ho, it's off
Yeah.
to work we go.
no, I'm gonna. For most, it would be a dour tune, and for some dwarves, it is. But I'm gonna sing this, and underneath the dour, they know that there's hope. So I'm gonna, with any luck, okay, I'm gonna roll this, and yeah, I think my special items are none of them are song. It's travel, awe, and
They did the mash. They did the
Yeah.
monster mash.
Maybe
well,
not
let's
that
see what
one.
I roll. Let's see
All
what
right,
I-
yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's still a success.
Just, okay. So,
And I shall post what I sung.
and I'm just, ah. Thank you for that immersion.
It is of the Battle of Azanu Bazaar. A dour day, but a day the dwarves won. Anyway.
Um, hold on.
And it tells them to arm themselves. So hopefully they'll know what's coming.
Yeah, and, they look at you confused, although you can see you can see that it is affecting them, because they haven't heard that. And this orc steps towards you and cracks his whip. I'm going to do this just before combat.
Alright.
Oops.
It's nice I still have my armor.
So it's all right. It doesn't hit you, but it hits in the air over you. Stop all that! And I'm gonna skip
Raise my
past.
voice louder.
I'm going to go ahead and start the combat. I'm not sure if the combat timer goes for opening volley or not. I skipped past that last time. But Belaganor quietly has slid out of the cart.
In an opening volley, could someone throw me my axe?
Yeah,
Not at me.
we left that in the cart, did we not? So Belaganor is going to take a shot at this orc near Wanderer by surprise. And one moment. This does take me a little bit to organize. Alright. And here we go. Huh? Oh, I haven't put him in the combat tracker. That's why you can't attack him. Duh. There. Now can he attack him? Alright, here we go. No! Man, his target number. Oh man, he was 1 point away. 1 point. Sorry, Lampshade. Every single time. When I run your character. Last time I ran your character, that was that way. Alright. I'll let... Elleray would not have gotten her bow, or would not have jumped out like that, as she's not so much in a warrior of sorts. Fulvus, would you have done anything with your bow or anything like that, or are you staying low?
Well, yeah. So I think while I was in the minecart, I put on my ring, and then I'm gonna pop out and shoot this goblin here with my bow.
Okay. I need to put him in the combat tracker really quick. There you go. Now you should... Because I don't think it'll let you target him unless he is, so...
Okay. Oh.
And that goes whizzing over, and both of you So that's happened. So we're gonna go into to begin actual combat. So prior to doing that, let's go ahead and choose your stances because it'll put the combat timer will take effect. And it will not let you. So the first person who targets, it's probably going to. Yeah. Oh, it's Wanderer. Wander. She's going to go in forward mode. The rest of you can go ahead and change yours. And she's going to attack this orc that's near her with her sword. On deck. And let's roll the sword. I think, hold on, I gotta check her sword really quick. Yes. Okay. God, just make sure if you have to miss a session, there is no other option. Because if I'm rolling for you, it's not good.
I just realized what her sword's name is. How the heck do I pronounce it?
Twelpamakill is the best I've learned from Tolkien. It's a form of Elvish. All right. Herabrand.
So how do I select my guy? Just click on him?
Double right click on your target.
Okay. And then...
And then click on your weapon instead of your skill, your proficiency.
Okay. Oh, no. Wrong one. Cancel an upgrade bow. Arrowwine. There we go. Roll.
Someone hits at least. All right, let's see if that window works for you this time. Did it pop up? So you have an option for
Special success. Heavy blow. Yeah. Submit. Okay.
Hey, it worked. Wow. Okay. Protection test. So the arc needs to see if because why is that? Because you rolled a Gandalf, so that's an automatic piercing blow. Plus you got a heavy blow on top of it. Let's see if this orc armor is good enough. It is. It resisted your pierce. However, you did do 11 points of damage. Ooh. And you have some, although I've only got red, you see black blood pouring down. And you got quite a significant blow. He's almost kind of staggered him back a little bit. He wasn't expecting this. I will move him back just a touch, though he's still within your combat readiness.
Bane can attack him with his bare hands.
Bane,
yeah, I'm just, I guess, since I have no other option, I'm just going to run up and break his neck.
Yeah, so this orc cracked his whip at you.
Yeah.
So you're going to click straight on unarmed.
Yep. And I got to target him first.
Oh, I forgot to do the sound effects. I don't have a sound effect for unarmed.
All right. That's under brawl, so I got to hit.
There was your sword hit from earlier.
Okay. Whistling.
Fast, weary. Nope. So I have Orc Lord. Does that help me at all in this? I just don't.
Not in combat, I'm afraid, but it would help you to know things about them.
All right. I don't know if I. Okay. So unless I get a bonus dice, I think it's just straight up. So.
Yeah. It'll be straight. Oh, enough. You know what? I have completely forgotten the damage for unarmed. It's not a common thing. Sorry guys, I'm going to slow up combat just for a moment.
That was the song Bane was singing. Still upon his lips there.
Yes. Aha. I think I found it. Here we go. It's in the table.
Combat.
Oh, 1 point. Still, 1 point of damage. And this orc eyes roll back. And he falls back down. And
Yeah, man.
Take the keys, my friend.
Next up, Elleray. She moves forward. Let's see. How far can she go?
What are you reading?
Twice strength. What's her strength? 5. So she can go 10 meters. So she's going to run past this goblin. I'm still in visual mode. She's going to use that to run past this goblin. Kind of catching this goblin by surprise, who's kind of like, oh my god, there's combat. And he's moving out. And we go to Belaganor's turn. And
during my turn, could I have tried to grab the keys and move towards the door?
You could grab the keys. That would be all you'd have the time for on your turn.
Right, I would grab it.
And Belaganer is going to shoot at this orc with his bow, and hopefully it'll be successful this time. Aha!
There you go.
And he's got a great success, so he's going to have, let's see, yes, it would not be good to go for piercing, so he's going to go for a heavy blow. And 8 points of damage. Let me subtract it from this orc.
Fulvis released the break from the handcart, right? So are you guys like here now?
Yeah, he's moved down a bit, and so he's hit, and then you can see that Elleray has got, you can, well, barely see because of her elven cloak, but you know the weaponry you've seen her with, but there's something a little bit bulkier of some sort of weapon underneath her cloak. She's running towards you, Bane, but we go to Fulvis's turn now.
Yeah, I'll shoot this goblin again. That's down this way.
Okay. Go ahead. You still have him targeted. Ha.
Oh.
Well, it's worth a try anyway. Alright. This goblin squawks. Wah! It just goes running
Get
down.
hit by the minecart.
Sorry?
I was saying, get hit by the minecart. No.
Yeah. Unleash the brakes. and next one, this orc draws its scimitar and goes to attack Wanderer. Huh? Oh. Yeah, that doesn't work very well when it's a GM doing it. Okay. There we go. And swings right over her and misses. Ready for the next start of the next combat round. you want to change your stances, any of you?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. We go to Wanderer. And she takes another swing. With 2 up on my kill. Failure. Ah, she swings right over him too.
By 1.
Herobrand. So this orc is trying to attack Wanderer and is missed, and so she is missed too in the scuffle.
Okay. Well, I'm swinging at him.
Great success again.
This goblin's frozen in fear.
Did you go for a heavy blow?
Yep.
All right. Yes. And you hit it so hard, its head is at a weird angle as he falls to the ground. And I'm going to end the combat right there.
A Dale.
And oh,
Free the dwarves.
This petrified goblin right here.
hold on, I'll catch up everything. I have not had the recorder in an area where I can see all the action or the camera view. So this goblin actually seeing this is like running this way, and this one they're scattering as predicted. But Fulvus, you can see the goblin that you are shooting at is running down this path. I'm going to let Bill have a shot. He would do that, wouldn't he? He would take a shot at that goblin before he got very far. I think he's going to have that shot. I'm going to do that outside of combat, but...
Yeah. Fall down dead next to the other goblin there. Just...
Yeah, it's like, why are you dead? Alright. Come on. I will do my best, Lampshade. Damn it. What else is selected?
Why are we out of combat? Does that...
Oh, because he's not in the combat tracker, that's why. God damn it. I wish that part of the coding wasn't true. Yeah, I'll throw them into the combat tracker. Now I can shoot. Alright. It just makes sense to do that one out of combat because he's running away. But... Whoops. Nope, he misses. So he continues to run. So Fulvus, you see them running. Belaganor grabs the bundle of swords and comes running up. Elleray comes to you, Bane, and Clunk sets this large axe down on the floor beside you.
Pick it up with one hand, and then I'm trying all these keys with the other. Hopefully my helmet is also here.
Fulvus, you see that both Elleray and Belaganor had failed to grab his helmet. You see the helmet sitting inside the minecart. And these two dwarves come running up. Bit haggard, a little bit worse for wear, but tired, exhausted, it looks like, perhaps a little bit. And you find the right key.
Yeah.
And And the door opens. What is this?
What does it look like? A rescue. Now, quickly, are you the only two here?
No. Geely and Dogan are further down in.
We shall retrieve them. Grab yourself a weapon. I am Bane, son of Wayne, at your service. At your friend.
And the one on your right, so that one there's, and you recognize the name mentioned before. I am Belar, son of Gelar, at your service. This is one of Rudigar's and Eidoras's traveling companions. And
I have met Rudigar. I forgot the other guy's name.
You didn't. You actually didn't meet Eidoras, but you met Rudigar and God damn it, why am I forgetting her name already?
Gilraith.
Gilraith, yeah, Gilraith the Ranger. And the other says, I am Logan, at your service. And Belagana runs up and unwraps the cloak with some swords.
Here, we shall make them fear the dwarves under rock and stone.
And Elleray, so Belagana stands back to keep guard. Elleray comes in. She's got the Mirror that she got from Elrond. And opens, unstoppers it. Are you injured? Nay. We are weary from labor and mistreatment, but the other one next to him over here, this is Bella was the first one who spoke, but the other one said, but we can fight. She says, well, drink this. This will give you a bit of renew some vigor into you. And they each take a sip, and you can see their eyes kind of brighten a bit. Today is good that you have come, brother. Bane, Logan, the dwarf on your left, so this one.
Okay.
You think you recognize him. He's maybe one of the dwarves from under the mountain. But they each grab a sword. And
all right.
You hear some chaos. Fulvus, you see this goblin run further down, and this orc comes up. You can't really hear what he's saying, but he's cracking the whip at it, and it kind of cowers back over to here. And looks up your way. I need you to make a stealth roll with a +2. You're standing right out in the middle. Well, are you in the minecart still?
I'm still in the minecart.
Okay, make it at +3. Yeah, you're all right.
slowly descending minecart.
And
yeah. Can I use my art of disappearing?
you can. Let's see, how does that work?
I simply disappear, and I can reveal myself at any moment by stepping out.
Yeah. Oh, if you make a stealth roll, one or more success icons. Yeah, I'll allow you to go ahead and use that. That's not really it's not one of those things to where like, no, you didn't say you were using it, because it's not like a weapon or anything. It's just a thing about you. So yeah, yes. and there's also something else that's kind of helping you out, but hint, hint. But yeah, you are effectively invisible at this point in time.
Holding a helmet way too large for your head.
Yes.
Are you doing anything with that helmet, actually?
This was Bane's helmet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does do you want it, Bane?
You don't know. You're not near him.
Preferably. I mean,
Yep.
yeah. I mean,
If you're not
you've
nearby,
seen
you
him
won't.
wear it.
Yeah.
That's the most. You've seen him wear it.
Yeah, I guess I just have the helmet on and I'm just using it to like peek over the minecart.
What a sight.
Yeah.
What a sight. And so I can't stop laughing at that. So you guys don't really notice anything other than a helmet just seems to be sitting on the edge of the minecart. Doesn't seem to be worn by anyone. And so Wanderer says, I think we're going to have company soon.
Are
Let
there
them come.
are there still weapons in the cart somewhere?
Belliganor grabbed all the swords.
Okay. I guess I still have the throwing axe and my spear.
Yes.
So, I take the I didn't say this, but I'm guessing I break the cart so that I didn't go all the way down there while people were being rescued.
I figured you were. Sorry, I had just assumed that one.
Yeah, could I take the break off again and just keep riding it down?
Yeah, with the helmet and the axe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yes you can. So go ahead and move your token. How are you taking the break off completely, or is like leaving a little bit of force on it, or just free ride?
Just all the way as fast as it can go.
Okay. It's going to pick up some speed, and so a runaway cart. You guys don't see Fulvus anywhere, but you see the cart with a helmet atop the front car start to pick up speed and accelerate. And you see Wanderer and Belliganor looking around like, where's Fulvus?
The ghost of the door.
Bane, you see your helmet is going for a joyride on the cart. And my mouse is giving me issues.
This poor goblin right here.
A second, because I think my mouse's battery is giving up the ghost. Just plugging in another one really quickly. There we go. Now I have mouse action. So you come down. I'm going to see if this goblin actually gets...
It's out of the way.
No, it doesn't. And your cart hits this goblin, killing it and kind of throwing it a bit as it comes riding down. Sorry, I moved your token slightly forward. I didn't mean to. You hear goblins screeching, and we got a runaway cart. You hear from orcs, and let's see, Wanderer would see this orc moving in. And you can keep coming. You're down to here, Fulvus?
Yeah, I'll keep moving my token.
Okay. And
I see two dwarves in the way now.
yeah, are you? Oh, you're peeking up through the helmet. You've propped it up on the edge there, and so you're seeing all this. So you see a couple more dwarves, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll for them.
Yeah, as soon as I see the dwarves, I hit the brake. I don't know how far that's gonna take me.
It's all right. The dwarf got out of the way. So you round that corner and you start heading down. Go ahead and move him down to about here. I don't know if you can see where I was clicking. There you go.
Yeah.
And you begin to slow up at about that point. And you can see that this passageway carries on further beyond what you can see. And you come to a stop right up in front of these dwarves.
Like here?
Yeah, yeah, there you go. And these orcs, those of you at the top, you've seen these orcs have moved into play. And the mining cart is gone out of sight, and Fulvus is nowhere to be seen.
Well, Bane with the other dwarves, hopefully, until I know they're still there. And the camera's still here. So we're just gonna charge this way.
Yeah, I also toss out my spear and hand throwing axe to the two dwarves.
So I guess I can go 14 meters double speed there. Yeah, I think that goblin's dead. Don't want to get on him because I think he's dead. So
Yeah. So these... Oh, that one, yes. I forgot to have him jump out of the way, too. But I'm going to say he's dead. Come on. I'm clicking you.
he felt 2 bumps on the way down for all this.
Yeah. Boom, boom. He went flying, too. So... I'm going to put you guys into combat mode.
I'm just going to scream, Baruch Kazad! Kazad Daimenu! As loud as I can. That dude probably scatterbrained orcs at this point.
Yes, so let's put you guys into combat mode.
Whatever's over here doesn't look good.
Doesn't look very nice, does it?
Nah.
Sorry, it's giving me trouble in selecting them. Okay, here we go. Wanderer would have come up. Let's see, and who remains? Oh, I don't need to have. The camera does not need to be in combat. See, I've got you 4. Elleray is going to. Oh yeah, the 2 dwarves.
Does it does it just randomly put us in order, or is there a way?
Yeah, it seems to be. I've been doing some experiments with it. It seems, and I'm still getting used to it, but it seems to be as I add them. Although heroes go first, but then again, look at it. It put Bellar. I added him later, and it put him earlier.
Yeah, so I don't know what, because I was like maybe alphabetical, but then I.
There's Wanderer at number 2. You know.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's alpha. No, that doesn't make any sense. There's no instructions that came with it, so I have no idea what's going on with that part.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Is it based on like wits or something? Like
I don't know. It's just like, but I do know that, you know, according to combat stance, it goes, and you know, forward stance goes first, you know, and the adversaries always go second. But within that forward stance. It's just supposed to be kind of loose, so like, again, this is with the combat timer, which I may remove because I'm not sure it's working out as well with this game, but for right now I'll keep it. But if you're playing, you know, just around the table, you kind of work it out. It's like, who of everyone in forward stance, who is likely to be the first to go? It's really loose like that, but you know, if someone had a sword to draw but the other one had their sword drawn, then perhaps it's that person with the sword drawn already who gets to go first. All right. I'm going to leave Elleray out of the combat tracker because that's what she would do. And I don't need to have him in there, that goblin. Need to put the orcs in though, and then I'll stop chatting and we can actually do some combat.
There were a lot more enemies in here than I thought there would be.
A few more, but we go to opening volley, and anyone with a ranged weapon, which can Bell again or have line of sight. Yes, moves just slightly. He can. Belliganer will take a shot. He's going to shoot this as... What range is he? Ah. The measurement tool. Oh. It's alright. Sorry. Having to juggle all of these things, it does take a little bit of time. That's going to be... his medium range, so I'll have a -1 to hit on that one. Forgot to target him. Alright. -1. Ah, I have Sauron though, and he misses. Anyone else doing a ranged? Would Wanderer do that? Do you think?
I don't see why not.
It says I tried to do an attack, and it says the actor does not have.
Oh, I forgot to put you in the combat tracker. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
There you are. Now you can.
Yep. Oh.
I mean, other than running up, can I? I mean, I don't. My ranged weapons with fullness, but can I?
Yeah.
Can I try to intimidate?
Well, that's intimidate, I believe, is a much closer action. Hold on, let me quickly check that. Yeah, it's a forward stance thing. Intimidate foe. Because that's as you're running up. It's I'm gonna let Wanderer take a range shot at the. Oh, I'm in the wrong bit. Over to there. All right, she's going to target the one that's in front of you. And her range is... See if I have all the players that can be checking this already. Just out of her short range. So it'll be medium range, -1. She does have a decent bow. Fail. And so we're going to go into... That's all for the ranged weapons who are going. So we're going to go into... Go ahead and change your combat stance if you are going to. And... Oh god, I'm not going to change all these quick enough, so... Too many NPCs. And I can't seem to change his. Wanderer will switch to forward stance. Sorry, that's not going to count. I think I'm going to cycle through this. I think I'm going to end up getting rid of this combat tracker. And for some reason, I cannot select that dwarf. Well... Well, I can no, the one next to him. I can select. Oh, maybe if I wasn't on the measurement tool, I'm gonna move him slightly, see if that makes a difference. I cannot change his combat status. Why is he listed as an NPC? Ah, that's why. No. Okay, I know why. God damn it. I'll do that a different way. I'm gonna skip through. Instead of wasting your time. Herabrand, are you staying on ranged?
Oh, no, I want to... Sorry. No, I want to do close combat. It's my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah, that's a short enough distance you can do that in your combat rounds.
Okay, and then here. Come on, Hero 1. There it is. Roll.
Single success.
Alright. So, single success says 6 points.
Yep. I've already subtracted it. And you have wounded him, definitely. Alright. Next up will be Wanderer. Her strength is... She could go 12 meters. She's going to run. She's going to spend her time running past him because she won't be able to attack him. So she's going to just move her way down because there's more enemies.
Mm.
And that's going to be all that she can do this round. Then, Bellar. His strength... man, he's quite strong. He can move right up to there. So he's going to move into play here. And I couldn't select him, but I'm going to move the other dwarf to be just behind him.
If it matters, I sung a song of victory to them.
Yes, what that does in game terms, if they are weary, which these guys are, that it negates that for this battle. So that means when they roll a hit, a 1, 2, or 3 on their success die is counted as a 1, 2, or 3 instead of 0. So that was a good thing to do. Okay, carrying on. Bane, you are up. You've got an orc right in front of you that you could reach within your combat round and still attack, if you wish. And you have your axe.
Yes.
Falvus, you will be next.
Although, just as a reminder, if I do intimidate, does it intimidate everyone here?
No.
More or less? Oh.
It'll be him, and then if you roll... let's see. All opponents who have, this is an adversary stat, who have a might level of 1, which I'll fill you in is everyone in this mine. It affects them. That's with a single success, and if you had an extra success, then that's might level 2, and then an extra success would be two success icons, extra success icons. It would affect everyone regardless of might. Although I think a Nazgul might resist that a bit, but still. I can't see a Nazgul fleeing.
I will do that then, because I feel like that's gonna help everyone more.
Is there any way I can assist with that or no?
Not as a combat action like this. I don't believe so.
I am going to.
Assist
It's
for
unfortunate
skills.
my helmet is in the cart, but I shall still make do.
Regular roll then.
Yeah, regular roll. I'm debating whether to spend a hope
You can still
die or
spend a
not.
hope point though if you wish.
Yeah, I guess we can always get them back. Aha.
There you go, and that's a great success, which means even if they were a higher might level, that's going to affect them all. So, intimidate foe doesn't always necessarily make them flee, but it does make them at least weary, which means they roll a 1, 2, or 3, it's a 0 for them on their success
Yeah.
die. But
And I'm like,
go ahead.
Baruch Kazan, Kazan Aimenu! Kill them all! Free yourselves! You know.
And so this orc in front of you looks quite a bit shaken, and the other orcs who are running into play. So there's one coming off from your left up this way.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, and it kind of slows his pace a little bit, and these two up here kind of slow down a little bit too. It's like, oh dear, what is this?
Meanwhile,
Very-
Goblin. Meanwhile,
The dwarves have gotten loose.
The dwarves are upon you.
yeah. Meanwhile, the goblins are like, we're out. just
Oh
run.
yeah, sorry. Well, I'm gonna wait until it's the adversary's turn, but they're gonna be clearing some space for you.
Chaos.
Fulvis, your go.
Yeah, so I toss out the weapons to these two.
Do you reveal
Dwarves.
yourself, or does a weapon just come flying out?
I reveal myself, yeah, I pop out wearing Bane's helmet. I throw them the spear and the throwing axe.
I'm imagining it's bulky on your head like Sam and Frodo in the film wearing the orc helmets.
Yeah.
But although a dwarf isn't much bigger than a hobbit, but still it's quite a large helmet. It's quite elaborate, but yeah. So you can see this dwarf is kind of like, what? Kind of thrown back, but he sees that and he sees this dwarven helmet, which he recognizes the make of it very well. In fact, well, you guys won't know this up there, but this dwarf recognizes that helmet for who it belongs to. Although that's an aside that you won't know. And you can see Fulvis' smile, excitement is replaced with a smile, and yeah! And grabs the axe, throws the spear to his buddy, and who turns to these two goblins, but to the south of him, just goes, "Rah!" And they go, "Rah!" And they go running down away. And these goblins come running up, only to find, oh dear, what have they run into? Going to jump to next one in round is Belaganor, who is going to move just a little bit that way to get a better shot at this other soldier, this orc, sorry. And let's target him. And he's going to spend a hope point. He wants to hit. And he does have plenty of them. Although you only get so many back on a fellowship phase, so let's see, -1 for the range, but hope point bonus. And but I'm going to, he rolls a failure there, but I'm going to use the elven ability, Elvish Magic. And spending a hope point makes, wait a minute, is that, I need to double check something. I'm not sure if that counts in combat. Only on a skill roll. Sorry, not in combat. Okay. Never mind. He does still miss. Man, even spent a hope point. That is so bad. He's actually fairly skilled with a bow. Somewhat. Well, he's got a 2 in it. Sorry, Bill Ganner, I just never get anything heroic for you. I got one. One. Alright. So, and he's already moved. Okay, so these goblins. Running. Love your image there. And let's see, these goblins are running back as well. This one's going to move closer. They're not going to run into attack because the intimidation has kind of made them holding off. But the one up close to Bane, he is going to make an attack, although out of character, you already know that he's not going to have an easy time of it. Alright. Does have a bonus to hit because you are in forward stance mode, because that gives you a negative on your defense. And I might discount this because that 1 and 3 are going to be a 0. Which means he would not have been successful. He would have only gotten 12 points because the 1 and the 3. So he did a 6, 3, 4, and 1. So the 1 and the 3 would be 0, which means he doesn't hit. So that great success is irrelevant.
Yeah.
It would be a miss. So he kind of shaken because you've intimidated him. And let me snap through these guys. I've already done those. Top of the round, Herobrand. You've got an orc right in front of you on the railing.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him. So is he still selected or no?
He's selected by Fulvus, actually. I think, because it's got a pink one on there. Yeah, you've got a blue dot. Oh, you've got that one. I was also mentioning there's one right here.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I leave this one, will he get a free shot at me?
He's kind of engaged with Bane right now.
Okay, so then I'm gonna charge this one and hit him. Okay.
Yeah, some of them, the sizes. I mean, I think that's an orc, that's an orc, that's an orc, that's an orc.
Yep. That's all of them you see. Those are all goblins. Ooh, there you go. Success, 5 points. And you have wounded him. And moving on.
The Dalemen have come. Snaga, flee.
Wanderer with Tuapama kill. Targets this orc coming off from her left.
He stopped in place. She did not.
And let's see. She's just going to do a straight roll here. Yes. There we go. There you go, Saul. Rolled good for you. And would it be worth her time? No, she only got a 1 on her feet, so heavy blow would be the best. 13 damage.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that is the right word. Ooh. single hit cleaves the head off this orc. And that's that one. There we go. All right. Bellar.
Oh, I know he wants his vengeance right now.
He does indeed, but he's going to he won't take the fight from Bane. So what can he move? He can do he wouldn't take it from Harebrand as well. Oh, he can do that. 5 meters. I'll let him have the 5 meters and still get to attack. He can move 14. I'll make the call. Yes, he can. All right. Don't have. See, he's got a sword. Ooh. Does not have a skill in sword at all. So.
Probably better than his fists.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a better chance of doing damage by punching the guy because of what his axe skill is. So that's what I will have. Sorry?
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, unless some of the bandits had axes or something, but yeah, I'm sure
they did not actually. They all had swords and bows. But
I guess I do see a few axes embedded in stumps all over the place.
Yes. Oh yes, those. Yeah, I see what you mean. But he's too enraged at the moment to deal with it, and he misses, unfortunately. The shot of Miravor that Elleray gave him is enraged them. Ready to let's fight. All right. Bane, you are up.
Well,
that orc just missed you, and you had intimidated him.
Let's use my axe. Does it just negate him, or does it give me bonuses?
It doesn't give you any bonuses with the intimidate.
All right, cool.
It just means all of his rolls are 0 if he rolls 0. Great success. 16 damage. You remove his head in a single blow. Belaganor. He's got just barely has a shot over Bellar's head. And I will spend another hope point for him, because I'm determined that he's actually going to hit. You've got to be kidding me, man. Look at this. A 1 on the feet, and then a 1 and a 2 on the 3 dice he's got. I'm just burning hope points for him. God.
One of these days.
Someday I'll actually be able to roll. But it is not this day. Alright. Moving on. Alright. Logan comes running up.
It's not too hard. Sure, it's not too hard for them to hit goblins at the very least. Sure, that'll take out their anger.
No, but the goblins have never really been much of a... Well, with disdain they refer to their dwarves, but they haven't been a match. But still, Logan is going to attack, and I can't roll from that way, but do it this other way, generically. 11. And he misses as well. Not a good chance there. Alright, it is Fulvus's turn.
Yeah, I think I can use my bow to shoot this one.
You are, what's the range? 15 meters. So that's going to be medium range. You're going to have a -1 on your
Okay.
attack.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just scan then. Or actually, no, I'll just attack. My scan's really bad too.
Missed again.
Yeah.
All right. That one is dead. He can't actually be next. There are 2 left. Okay. And so he's going to attempt to swing at Harobrand. And he fails. For them, rolling a Gandalf is this like rolling an Eye of Sauron for you guys. So you manage to duck out of his way, and his scimitar goes right over you. This orc attempts to attack Belar, who first attacked. Take a swing at him. Oh, and hits.
Is that... How long does my intimidate last? Does he
Oh,
get
thank
minuses
you.
still?
Thank you for reminding me. This is typical me. Let's see. That 1 and 3 be zeros. 1 point away from hitting. Yes, thanks for the reminder. Belar is missed. Just barely. Kind of got... Just barely gets out of the way before the sword just swings over him. Scimitar swings over him. All right, top of the round. Any change of any stances?
Nope, I'm pretty
Okay.
comfortable. in melee.
All right. Harobrand, you're up. You have an orc that you have wounded who is right in front of you.
Okay, let's get him.
And you have failed, so it's...
I missed. Oh my gosh.
You did by 2 points. Wanderer. She steps up, seeing that these dwarves realize that... I should have said something when you give them swords to begin with. Realizing that the swords are no good to them. I mean, they could use a sword, but they've got a better chance of hitting by punching. So... She's got 12 to kill. And swings. And misses. Can't roll good all the time, I guess. Or most of the time. Belar. Miss again. Bane.
Let's see how close are they. He's close enough. All right. Run up and bash him in the head. If
Okay,
possible.
you can try that.
And that would be... Oh, right, target. There we go.
Great success. I think I know how this is going to go. Yeah, if seeing how the Wanderer is standing in those 2 dwarves, removing the head is probably not a thing, so I'm thinking you did a top-down strike right on his skull
Oh, yeah.
and split his head open. His eyes are just has this confused look as he slides off your axe blade and falls to the ground. And your two fellow kinsmen there, the dwarves, looked over at you, nod. Fulvis. Oh, I keep forgetting these other two dwarves. I would see that you shooting the bow, they see you. Obviously, you can't remain invisible when you're... If you're like shooting an arrow, so are you still in the cart? You like stood up in the cart and shooting the bow, is that what it was?
Yeah. But I was gonna jump out of the cart this turn.
Jeez, how deep does this mine go? Just keeps getting more and more.
Yeah, it seems to go down quite a bit.
Yeah, it actually goes off the map. I'll explain more when you're not in combat.
But yeah, I was gonna jump out and then go up a little bit to meet with the group.
I forgot to move these goblins further away on the last round. All right. Belaganor. Ooh, he's got a shot. No, he doesn't. Herobrand's right in his way. Oh yeah, and this goblin would be moved too. Let's see if he steps to there. No, he's not going to. I'm going to make him move up to be with the rest of you. That's going to be his action this round. And I'll have... I forgot to have this other dwarf. Oh, he can't go. He's going to come this way, and he's going to try to take a shot at him. Though I don't know if he'll be successful. I'll have to roll it separately. Wow, that is successful. He punches that one, and he's got a great success, so he will add his strength to it. And that will be... I'm gonna have to check on that one, but that's adding your strength on the bow. Well, a great success. So he's found a weak spot. He severely has harmed that orc. He's wounded him much more, and he's kind of a little bit dizzy. Kind of, you can tell that the orc is not doing too good. And it's his turn, and he's going to attack. He's still facing Herobrand. He's going to attempt to go, but he's going to have a much difficult time of doing this. And no, hold on.
Success.
Don't. See that one. Oh, you got an Eye of Sauron. He does hit, so that's 3 points of damage. Despite the intimidation, that only knocks off one. He got a 1, 4, 5, and a 4, so the 1 is going to count as 0, so he still is a success. Wait, is it?
So take away the 1. So 5, 13 plus... I don't know what the dice are on an immediate success.
Actually, wait a minute. He rolled a... An Eye of Siren is an automatic success. Oh, that's why he hit. That's why he hit. Because he have to beat the 14 to be able to hit you. That's only because of the eye of... Yeah, if he didn't roll an Eye of Siren, he would have missed you. So yeah, you do take your 3 points. Okay. I understand the coding now. Getting better at it. Alright, top of the round. There is only the one, and Herobrand, you are up.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Well, I will hit him. Did that work?
You did. You hit, and what is it? Oh, you rolled a 10, so it's a piercing blow. Let's see if the orc's armor can resist you. It does. He rolled an Eye of Siren, so it's an automatic success. However, you still do your 5 points of damage. And since you're doing piercing, you stabbed right into him. Buried. You have to use your foot to pull the sword out. You know, to pry against him, and then he falls down dead, and that's the end of combat.
Yeah. Jeez, these tunnels.
And you see these two, Balar and Logan, run down. And these two dwarfs that have come up, the look on their face is just like a wearied sort of smile, sort of, not smile really, but just like excitement. It's like, and disbelief. It's like, could it be? And Bane, you recognize this dwarf here, and he carries your helm, and his name, you know him as Dogan. He's from Edoras. He's from under the mountain. And once you see him, you recognize the other as his brother Logan, who you already introduced. You freed from the cell. Dogan comes up to you. I believe this belongs to you.
Thank you for keeping it warm. And I just kind of pick it up. Now, what do you say we make out of this oracle? If you are the only ones left.
We are. The other dwarf comes up. Geely, at your service. And he has your axe, you can tell.
Bane, son of Wayne. At your service and your family. And at least till we're out of here, you can hold on to that.
Does this belong to you?
I use it for throwing mainly, but yes.
Well, I will but keep it but a moment. When you asked for it back, it is of course yours.
And I'm gonna move off towards, I'm assuming, I see a couple of them, so I'm assuming there's axes in these for splitting wood, so I'm gonna retrieve some of those for them.
Yes.
Apparently that's all.
Unfortunately, I can't, they're part of the drawing, but yes. It'd be nice if it was even more interactive, that you can just grab it and use it. I'm just moving goblins.
Oh yeah. What were they having you mine?
We're mining a tunnel. A tunnel under the Horwell. See, it curves just beyond where you can see down there. It takes a curve to the west. Slightly. I do not know why. Although I can suspect, trolls and orcs do not favor the water.
No, they do not.
Some fiendish plan, I suspect. But they didn't tell us any more than that.
How? I mean, I'm a dwarf, so as far as that will take me, how dirty do these tunnels look?
It looks very sturdy to you. It's it looks like well, from where you're at there, you can see it's they've been shored up, braced, but it's tall. These are very tall. So these are big enough for a troll. Albeit maybe slightly, ever so slightly hunched over. Now, being bigger like that, you realize that a lot of work has to go into play to keep it secure. But
So if I were to want to weaken some of these things, so they maybe the Horwell spills into here, or at least the rock and stone.
yeah, Dogan in front of you is. Aye, we could weaken it and perhaps cause a collapse, but I don't. By my calculations, we haven't got quite as far as the Horwell.
Well,
But it would take them a very long time to clear the debris.
then let's make about it quickly. And I turn to the others. I shall help here since my expertise is with them. But if you all wish to, perhaps.
Are there any supports that you see that could bring down part of the roof?
That's what we're doing. Yes. So that's what we're working on. However, if you wish to relieve them of some of their bounty that we saw upstairs, so they truly feel the sting of their actions, you can do that while we work here quickly.
Bellar says to you, Bane, and to the rest of you, there's something else you should see down here.
Oh, okay. Well,
something they found.
Lead the way.
Although we will not go in it again. And they take you down to there.
What?
I just gotta bring a lot of tokens down.
This looks
They,
interesting.
in digging this tunnel, they accidentally came into the cellar of some ruins from above. Been here a very long time. And let me describe what you see in here. And you see that there was once a large stone door that's lying on the floor there that has adorned with brass and been torn off recently. This was a sealed chamber. Recently, as in, I mean, it could have been weeks, months, but not ancient time. You can just see fresh rending of the hinges and such. But the seals you recognize, as a dwarf, you recognize this. And just realize your tokens are much larger than what they should be in this underground. Whoops. Yes, it would make Fulvus far too tiny to be seen, so I thought I'll just leave it. But all the humans and elves should be the size of Bane, and then Bane should be the size of these dwarves, and then anyway, you can see that brass seals sealed this door up and those have been busted off. And Elleray steps up, and Wanderer and there's symbols. There's symbols on the door, and you, I mean, Bane, you as well recognize that the stonework here is Numenorian. And Elleray goes up to the door and this door bears the symbols of Arnor, the ancient realm of Arnor. This is from
the stone predates that even.
This vault was. This is from the Second Age. This has been sealed since the Second Age until recently. And looking up from that, the whole vault is empty and bare. All the surfaces are just completely smooth, devoid of any signs of wear at all. As if somehow it has been maintained for millennia. On the opposite wall, you see heavy chains of iron. They hang from a ring set into the wall. The last ring on the other end of a chain has been broken, as if something was fastened to it but was set loose. And you all feel this darkness come over you, and I need you to make a shadow test. And that is going to be a valor roll. Wanderer would have come inside.
Well,
And Elleray came inside to look at it as well.
Can my character get moved all the way out here?
Yeah. Oh, can you not move it? Oh, there you go.
No, I thought I was in there.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to spend hope on this type of roll?
Yes, you can.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have a hard time making this.
Oh, wow.
Tis okay.
Let me roll for Elleray. Sorry, Unicorn. I'm sure this is probably going to go badly.
Do we know what the circle table here is?
That's the
That's
door.
the knockdown door.
Oh, that's the door, okay.
Oh dear. I'm not doing too well.
You know everyone.
Leaving Andy in charge of dice rolls. This is what happens. Every single one of you. Okay, I got Bella Ganner to roll, and I'm sure it's going to go just as badly. This is why I'm saying to you guys, spending points on valor and wisdom. Good ideas. Every single one of you are overcome with this, and
Just Harabrand left to roll, I guess.
I don't think he came into the room. Would you have come in, Harabrand?
Yes.
So you need to make a valor roll.
And how do where's
It's
You
top
roll
of your
yours.
top of your sheet there.
yeah, I see can I can roll off that. Okay. Just straight up roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you want to use hope. Oh.
The only one who made it. It's like, what are you guys all afraid about?
Yeah.
And the rest of you, all of you, other than Herabrand, let's see, hold on, maybe yeah, no, she put unicorn, and you read this, you put it in the wrong spot. You put it under shadow scars. The rest of you, where it says shadow, right next to your hope.
Temporary.
Temporary. So you add a point of shadow. And
That's okay.
you're overcome with, you can just feel just this evil, this something bad happened here. It's and it lingered, and something directly connected to the shadow. Not like, you know, an orc is from the shadow, you know, as part of the forces of the shadow. Goblins, yeah, sure, but this is something else.
They unearthed something here. And I turn to the two females of the group. Can either of you read the script on the door?
That's what Elleray had said to you. That's a seal of Arnor.
Oh, more specifically than that.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it
I
said,
see.
like,
Let's see.
within lines.
Let me.
you know.
She would have probably the best skill because her lore is just through the roof. Let me roll for her.
You know, here lies the Witch King. No.
Yes. Ah, yes. No, very bad roll on that one. Let's see. Wanderer does know a bit of lore.
I can roll lore too.
That's right. You're very well read, aren't you? God, look at these rolls. Jesus.
So if I have, so my book of stories is, I think, a useful item. Does that help out here at all?
It sure does.
So what does that do? Does it make me inspired?
No,
Or
that
is
gives
it-
you a bonus. I
Oh,
believe,
okay.
let me double check. Hold on, really quick. I'm wrong. Ah, here we go.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yep.
one dice.
One die.
Okay.
Yep. So I was right.
All right. Oh, there we go.
Wow. There you go. It's so what you are able to. I mean, you don't read that language, obviously, but you do have enough things written down. Some of the words you do recognize because the hobbits are fully engrossed within Eriador and have a bit of a connection to the realm of Arnor. In fact, it was 1,600 years ago. I mean, you would know the history of your people, but the king of Arnor granted the land that became the Shire to the hobbits when they came and settled into Eriador. So you do have some of the words from their language you do kind of know or kind of reference. They're in some old tomes you've read. But what you have gathered is that a servant of the shadow was imprisoned in here and warded with spells. Do not, under any circumstances, open this door. And these four dwarves are way back. They don't even want to even see the room. And they're like, I'll not go in there again. By the way, these goblins are gone. At the bottom.
I guess because there's nothing else in here by the looks of it, right?
No, there's not.
I'll go out and I go. Were you here when they opened the door?
Nay, but got close to it once as we were moving but stone out. And I got the darkest feeling come over me. They unearthed something in there, something terrible. Or so it felt.
I feel it too. I know the stonework and the door is basically all there is. Is there anything on the chains? Like, binding runes or something?
So, you found, the chains there. What you found is that, the chain is broken. So it was, it's attached to a ring on the wall, but the chain is broken at the ends of it. That was the best icon I have. There's not actually ring at the end of the chain there. You can see that the last, it's really only a single chain really, but the last, what do you call it, a ring of the chain was...
Manacle?
Yeah, it looked like it's
Maybe.
broken off, like there would have been a manacle of some sort, but the manacle is missing.
Gotcha.
And so the ring of the chain is busted.
Is it like man-sized or is it bigger?
Well, the chain is set at a height for a human. The ring on the wall. So you would think, I mean, and this room isn't tall enough for, a troll at all. I mean, it's just a little, I mean, because it is an underground sort of, well, would have been, what is underground, but I mean, it's only about a couple feet higher than the height of a human.
And there's nothing in terms of on the chains or or on the, like, something remained, like a fur or something, or blood or...
No. And let's see. I'm gonna let Ella Ray make another roll for figuring something out. Would it be? Come on, at some point, I've got to be able to roll.
Where's she even roll there? Oh, jeez. All twos.
Spell again, or he does have some lore. It's something that would be. I'm letting elves roll for this. It makes more sense. Now watch me roll bad. Oh, there we go. Extraordinary success. There you go, Lampshade. Did something for you.
He just needs to do lore things, that's all.
Yeah, there you go. He does have a lot of good skills. Just don't let me be the one rolling, but he's been staying back at the door. And he says, if it was a binding spell, there would have been a spell on the manacle as well. And since the manacle is missing here, then whatever controlled whatever creature was here, those who broke open the door may have still some control, or the creature's strength maybe is not as strong. I wouldn't know unless we saw it, but
That is good, at the very least, to some degree.
And all of you will have remembered. In fact, make a riddle roll, every one of you.
Oh, my riddle's really good.
I know, Fulvus is like, step back, I got this one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, except
Just
for
barely
this
failed.
point. Oh my god, no way.
I think that's like the third time I failed by one.
Oh man. I mean, that's like
Yeah.
one of your main skills. Is it favored for you, or is it just...
Yeah.
God?
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Oh
on
my
feet.
god.
I
All
rolled
right,
a-
Bill
yeah.
Again, watch Bill Again, or get it, and he's got all the answers. Not today. And
Yeah,
I've rolled
and
for
then-
Ellery Wanderer.
Herabrand, I guess. Yeah, Herabrand and Wanderer left. Oh,
Oh,
was that not a gamble? Oh,
no. Just not. All right, Herabrand, is you're the only one who hasn't rolled.
And what am I rolling again for?
Riddle. Riddle is,
Oh.
in addition to telling riddles, riddle's also for like investigating.
Good luck for that. I need a.
You need it. If you roll a
Roll a
Gandalf. No.
No.
Okay. Well.
Riddle.
Yes, you have no idea. I'm gonna leave it all up for you guys. Um,
So when you say it's for investigating, you mean like just deducing, right? Not
Yeah,
like,
just-
because I have scan.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Scan is like looking for things and noticing small details. Riddle is like figuring things out, and it's like if you were an inspector and you see a bunch of clues and you figure, aha, the butler did it, sort of thing. So, no success. Wanderers, I've got to get out of this room. And Belganor's
I
joins.
I
You
want to
know-
ask the dwarves, how
Almost
far does the tunnel go down this way?
Not much further. I ran out of map space, but it's kind of, it would be boring map. It only goes about the length that you have gone since the last cave, so the straight part of this travel. It only goes about that much further and then curves around to the west. And there are a number of goblins huddled at the end of it. It goes about half that distance further once it curves around the west. And that's as far as they've gotten.
Would we have
know,
any idea how long this door has been opened? It had to have been fairly recent.
Yeah, you, judging, so this was Bane when he was looking at it. Judging by how like when old metal it'll get corroded, but when you break it open on the inside, you can see it's fresh. It hasn't been exposed to the elements. So the metal that is exposed, that freshly exposed, has not had time to corrode even slightly. So that's why I said Bane deduced that it's only a few months ago, perhaps, that this was busted open.
Plus, we can deduce that it was at least before the dwarves came here, because they said it was,
Yes.
Just in case, because who knows? Can I try to lift this door slightly to see if there's anything on the other side of it? Markings or more runes? Or
Yeah, you can. It is a stone door, so that's gonna be a athletics roll at a -1, unless someone wants to help you.
Yeah, does
Yeah,
someone
I'll-
want to help me? Alright.
I'm gonna break the rule set for this one and not cause a spending of hope. Let's just give you a bonus die. So let's get rid of the negative. So it's just a straight up roll for you, Bane, if Herabrand's giving you a hand there. Herabrand's
Oh well,
close.
I can click the support from a companion, right?
Yeah,
or
go
does-
ahead.
oh.
Go ahead and do that. It's just I'm not gonna have Herabrand expend a hope point on this one,
Alright. So there's that.
just for this one at least. Ooh, there's a Gandalf. You are, with a bit of labor, able to lift it up, and so you're seeing the inside of the door, what would have shown into the occupant. And you see some writing that you don't recognize it, but it's different from what was on the front.
I will lean against the wall so everyone can read it, and summon those who have better lore, I suppose, unless I can read it.
All right,
Yeah, I'll come back in and take a look.
all right, go for it.
Is it lore or riddle?
This would be lore. And then
And-
your book gives you a. It's going to negate the negative because it's ancient. It's from Second Age. So it's just a straight up roll for you on your lore.
All right. I'll use a hope as well to give me an extra dice.
All right. Oh, two
Wow,
Eye of
double
Saurons.
Sauron.
Oh my god.
Elleray, come on.
Ooh, and I get to do
Oh,
this.
yeah,
Ooh. Here we go. I get to use this for the first time. Looking at it, and you're in this room and you got darkness, but you hear this in your mind. Well, you swear you do. And you got such a just dark sensation that's come over you. And you feel like you need to just get out of this room.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'm gonna step out and I say, I think my time is done here with this room.
And Harabrand and Bane, you just saw the most negative look come over, almost fear come over Fulvis. Just as he looked at it, and it's you don't understand. Do you stay in that room?
I was waiting for the others to. I don't think I can read it.
You can all try. Oh, sorry, I understand. I see what you're saying. Elleray is. She would stay right at the door if she could here as best she can to look. Let's see. She'll have a negative. Oh, I didn't mean to make it private. Oh, it is public. Sorry. Failure. No. Next. Wanderer looks -1. Man.
They're all so close.
I know it. You know, you guys are. I have you. I only gave you guys like an extra wisdom before we started, but you are beginning, you know, sort of characters. But yeah, Belaganor gives a look. Watch me do this for him. He does some surprise great rolls every now and then. Oh no, not with me. Nope.
I guess it's worth a try.
There is. You can always get a Gandalf.
No.
Or not. And
Harabrand, do you want to give it a shot? Harabrand? Harabrand?
Are you there?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Roll a lore,
Hold
even
on.
though we aren't great at it.
Watch him
there's a shot.
get it. Watch him get it. The lore masters could not.
Okay. Lore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with this.
It's a
Yeah,
minus,
no,
it's a
we're-
-1 too, so it's basically a Gandalf is their only. Nope.
Okay, I guess all else fails. Bane's just gonna take a rubbing of this, whatever this is, and take it with us.
Yeah. Do you have paper? Do you have
I'm a,
charcoal?
if I don't, I just turn to Fulvis. I'm like, Fulvis, you got the paper and charcoal. I'm sure I have charcoal.
I like slide in my book of stories and my quill and ink.
I just take it and I just kind of take a rubbing. I'm like, Master Elrond can probably read this.
Yeah, well, it's ink, so you have to do a drawing.
Oh, I thought he gave me charcoal. Well, I thought I had charcoal and paper. But
No, he didn't. No one has any charcoal.
Wouldn't we carry that to start fires?
I thought it would have been tinder,
Oh,
flint
I have
and
a
okay.
tinder
cinders.
That's
ship.
fine.
Yeah.
I'll draw the symbols.
Yeah, it's not
I'm a
hard. It's
lord.
not. We're not looking. It's not like a Michelangelo painting you're trying to recreate or anything. So
I'll
you're
just
able to draw it.
draw. All
Okay.
right. Master Elrond could probably read that.
The dwarves are like, I want to get away from this place, but we were going to tackle the supports.
Let's bury this place.
You realize because the passageway goes on for quite a bit, and you realize the work that it would take to collapse or to knock out all of them. You would be busy down here for probably a couple of hours. There's quite a lot. I mean, the tunnel is twice as long as what you're seeing there, and then, well, 2.5 times. So time and a half more of what you can see is the length of that tunnel. That's quite a lot of supports to knock out, and it'd take you an hour or more. You might be able to do it, but it just depends.
Can we use fire on the supports?
You can. That will help. So we can do what's called a it's in the rules. It's for a. As soon as I get to it, it's for a something that takes longer. Like a. I forget the term for it in the game, but it's for an extended sort of task. You need so many successes, and all can contribute to it. Skill endeavors, that's what it is. So it depends on how difficult it is, and then many can contribute to it, and then once a number of successes has been reached, then it's considered a success. And if you'd like to do that, oops.
Everyone went robotic. Okay, there we go. So yes, number of successes. All right.
Let's see.
So it'd probably be because it's a couple skills, right? If I recall, you have to roll there's a couple that each of you can. So there's a chance everyone's good at something, more or less.
Yeah, it isn't necessarily the same skill for everyone. So and then it's up to you guys. Let's see. I'm gonna set.
Craft could probably help. Athletics, maybe some others.
Yeah, craft is definitely a good one. Athletics is a good one. Hold on a minute. I'm just setting the.
Someone could probably enhearten the dwarves. Enhearten everyone doing their task.
Yeah, that would. I think I would allow that. Although I don't think one person could, because there's just a bunch of people cheering on one dwarf. You can do it. That's a little bit much. Let's see.
Because there's 3 skills there. Maybe scan.
Scan would help, yes. To maybe find a weak spot. So you guys have got a number of successes that you have to get. And we go in rounds with this sort of thing. So I'm going to say it's quite a daunting task. So you're going to need a total of 10 successes. And time happens for each one of them. Obviously, getting an extraordinary or a great success or an extraordinary success is a benefit. I've got to get a number of character sheets open for Elleray and Wanderer. Oh, Unicorn. That would be out of character for me to do that for you. Unicorn Elleray will use her craft skill to help guide people. Wanderer will use her athletics. Belaganor will use his athletics because he's got it favored. And so you have 10 successes to get. So I'll let those of you who are here roll first. Whatever skill you think is relevant for that.
Trying to debate what would be better because I have athletics favored in 1 rank and it's a 13 to hit. Craft I have 2 ranks, but it's a 13 to hit. And the other
My
would
best would maybe be a song. If the dwarves are weary, I could play a song.
song.
I could do song or in heart, and I think are probably the only 2 I could really achieve.
Let's see.
Yeah, what are their songs do things again? What is...
Songs are benefit for combat, journeys, and council, so it's going to be in Hearten.
Okay, I'll roll an in heart and.
Each of you can go. You don't have to wait for.
Yeah, I'm just trying to debate because.
Oh, I see.
What
I
is
see.
it?
Yeah,
What has-
good you said, right? So
Yeah. What has
Yeah,
the better
you
chance?
can do athletics, Harabrand, or craft, or scan.
how we're in Harton's probably. Does that work?
Yeah, I'll allow it. And Bill Ganner's doing his athletics. Great success.
Oh.
Bill Ganner's got one. Ah, there's one. So now you're down to 7 you need.
I
Wanderer.
I'd probably have a better shot with craft because even though it's not favored, I have 2 ranks to get to 13.
Right.
Unless, because it's either that or athletics, which is favored in 1 rank. So that's
Yeah, it's kind of like pros cons. It's kind of like which do you take sort of thing.
yeah. Because I guess it would take the higher the 12. Well, Belagan already did athletics, so I'll try. I'll try craft. Oh, did it count that as a 2? I hate it.
Yeah.
Alright,
I will
that's
let.
fine.
I'm gonna roll for the dwarves. There's 4 of them. One moment. Let's see.
Make an axe roll. Just keep whacking them.
I'm letting them do craft. Just.
Oh, that was pretty good.
That's gonna be 2. So now you're down to 5. And there's 2 more dwarves to go. And it's not part of your party, so there's not another evil sound I have to make. It's not part of your fellowship.
Take this stuff further away from that door.
Yeah. And that will be 1 more, so you're down to 4. Not too bad. Okay, another round of rolls. I'll let you guys who are here roll first.
I'll try athletics this time. Why not?
There you go. Try something different each time.
Or not. Just nah. At least I got a 1 instead of the Eye of Sauron.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Close. Like one point off of it there. Oh man.
I'll do my in heart in again. Oh, I made it this time.
There you go. Down to 3. That is, I'm letting that be a little bit of a stretch there for the Inharton, but I think it applies here. Just not
Yeah,
a lot of you
it
doing it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it again then, I guess.
Yeah. Nope. Okay. Let's go for Belaganor doing his athletics, which is favored for him. God. Scan for Wanderer. No. And craft for LRA. Huh, I couldn't. That's almost the lowest roll possible. Sorry, Unicorn. I am awful at this. Alright, let's see if these dwarves can come in and do it. Right. No. I'm sorry. No.
Close.
It was close. Aha, there's one. Got one more dwarf to roll. You need 2 more successes. No! Ugh. Alright, last round. This should do it.
I honestly don't know which I have a better shot at this point.
There's a Gandalf. There's one. Harebrand is. Come on, guys.
Yeah, you
There's-
can do this.
There's trolls up there. We must get moving. And Bane, you're the last one. And, let's see. Yeah, you see signs of weakening, some like pebbles starting to give above, and the dwarves recognize you all need to get out of here.
Yes. I would start to move from the immediate area, and Bane starts to go this way.
Oops, I didn't mean to grab that. Sorry, I accidentally grabbed your token there, Harebrand.
Oh, no problem.
Zoom out. Yeah, with any luck, this will kill most of the goblins as well.
Well,
Oh, did
Or at least hinder their work.
sorry, what, Chris?
Bane want his helmet back?
Yes.
Are you
well,
still
that's
wearing
how the
it?
other dwarf-
No, no.
Oh, I thought the other dwarf gave it to me.
Oh, sorry. I might have misread that one. That he didn't have it. Did you give? You didn't give the helmet to him, did you? You just
No.
gave them. Oh no, you're still wearing it. Sorry, the dwarf didn't have your helmet. I misread that earlier. All right.
Well, would you like to give me the helmet then?
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'll give you the helmet back.
All right. Raise my protection
All right,
again.
I'm gonna bring.
All right. They all have their own axes now, right? So I can take my throwing axe back because we found axes.
Yes, you did. I'm gonna. Sorry, Harebrand. I'm just
No problem.
taking liberties, moving you up here. So
The only time we wanted to stop was to relieve them of treasure, I believe, because it's not the whole cavern, just the what do you call it?
So so we've gone about a half an hour over, guys. So we should probably call it right there.
Okay.
Yeah. We
And,
can get the treasure next.
And because getting out of here is going to be a bit of a thing, perhaps, possibly. And it would be good. Bill Ganner will be with us, although an hour late next time, and I believe Ella is with us. I cannot remember. And I'm not sure about Wanderer. I don't remember what she said, but
We're
and-
on.
those of you who are here, if you could click whether or not you're attending on.
I think everyone did. Well,
Oh, I haven't looked yet.
almost everyone did. All right. So I see everyone attending except Soul.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe on that one. Although Unicorn has, I'm not sure if he knows yet.
Oh, he also didn't respond. Yeah, Unicorn didn't respond.
Yeah, I got Jacob, Lampshade, and Chris, and of course myself.
I think Grey Wolf just didn't respond, but he probably will.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Let me give you guys experience. I'm going to get up these character sheets of LRA and Wanderer and Belliganor to make sure it works. It worked the last time. Alright.
So far, this plan has gone swimmingly.
Don't jinx it.
I know.
Okay. And there you go. It worked. So 3 points, skill points, and adventure points to all of you.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Now we have even more NPCs on our connections.
Yeah, I will add those.
Although I guess Belar's already there. He's just labeled as currently missing.
Yeah, currently missing. I will change all of that so it's there for next time. And did it? Just making sure the experience worked for Bill again. Or yes, it did. Cool. All right, I'll stop the recording there.